Hi everybody, welcome to the online launch of the Bangor Literary Journal 40 Words Competition for 2020. We're delighted to showcase the 10 shortlisted poems and 10 shortlisted pieces of fiction. In no particular order, here they are.
Hello. I'm delighted my little poem has been selected and shortlisted for the Bangor 40 Words competition. My poem has 20 words and it's a cinquain, so it follows that 5-line format. Cinquain. Today, the fear of storms is less, the wind a friend to those who love the world ungroomed, like me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Breach McGinley and this is my poem, Walking on the Edge. My father believed he should walk on the outside of every path, his duty to protect, to meet danger first. I need no shield, but when a man steps to the outside, I think of my father, nod and smile.
Memento Mori. 3 names incised in granite. George, Sarah Jane, Mary. 5, 4, 2 years old. May to July 1880. In those days, parents were fraught with fear. Now, it is our elders who keep us awake at night.
Hi, and thanks to Amy and Paul for the opportunity to get involved in another great Bangor poetry event. Saturday night. In the supermarket, he buys flowers and the dinner special for 2, including a bottle of wine. At home, he settles the flowers in a vase, pours a first drink, and puts 1 serving of food away until tomorrow.
This is a poem called Rainwater. Sometimes the sea is a Labrador with a sloppy tongue. Sometimes a dying swan at the feet of a lover, unsung. Today, she undressed, wearing linen and lace, kissing salted rainwater from my heart and my face.
Hello everyone, I'm delighted to be here and to be able to read this little poem to you. The poem is about a system which used to exist in Scotland in the countryside. A tenant of a laird, when he needed his barley to be milled, had to take that barley to a specified mill, which, surprise, surprise, belonged to the laird, who doubtless charged his fee for the milling process. Punishments for not following the rules and doing your own milling were, as we shall see, extreme. Thurledge. The quern stones stood behind the house, the weans in line there on fine days, taking turns to mill the bare barley for bannocks, until the laird and his men came to break them, we being in defiance of Thurledge. Thank you.
Bandage, a micropoem by Geraldine O'Kane. I used to bite nails until they turned septic. Huge bandages covered 7-year-old fingers. Mum's eczema hands. Dad's ulcerated legs. Years of our lives spent winding and unravelling.
Colloquy. We never needed much conversation, just sharing time, space, sufficed. Wandering lanes and mountain ways, seeking the heart of the wilderness. Calling out names of lochs and hills, like we were the first two, giving a primeval landscape form, meaning.
Guardians. He holds my pen in his teeth like a dog fetching a stick, uses my own to sign his name. She feeds me peanuts from the palm of her hand, like I am the pony she always wanted. Nobody speaks. Good.
Stars. On post-it notes I set tiny goals, award colourful stars like a child. 10 stars I allow myself a book, usually a comic or poems. I leave my flat in the sky, go down to collect my box of light.
We sit in the charged post-it silence, struggling to find words worthy of the moment. Eunice fingers rosary beads, poised. Maureen stares. Des checks his watch. Checks it again. Alma goes down sobs. Anyone fancy a cup of tea?
Hi, my name is Chandrika Narayanan Mohan, and this is Too Soon. My friend's cat died. I watched the frenzied, roiling waves of grief crash across her like an ocean storm. In that white-hot, panicked state, a replacement was acquired. This one's deaf. It can't hear the roar of its own inadequacy. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephen Smythe, and my 40-word story, is called Sharing the Load. The others on the building site called him Blister because he always turned up after the work was done. Eventually, he was summoned to a disciplinary hearing. He overslept, and in his place, a bricklayer was given a final warning.
On meeting Mrs. Chelsea Cunningham, MBE. Glorious, this abundance of time. I nod, swallow. Aren't you furloughed? No. Buzz, Ryan text, stuck with algebra. Heroic our NHS. Johnny Gurns, Lisa tugs my ankle. Shring, work mobile. Heroic, I agree, hiding the bag from the food bank.
This is a 40-word story called Dreamcatcher. My little boy is quiet, stirring his cereal. You okay, bud? Is the dreamcatcher getting those bad dreams? Sleep hasn't come easy since his mother died. I've checked it every morning, he sighs. It hasn't called Mummy even once.
Hello, my name is Kieran McGurk, and I would like to thank the Bangor Literary Journal for shortlisting my piece in their 40-word short story competition. My story is called History Boots. I see Milky Ways, drifts from last year's paint spray, silver white on black. There are laugh lines where the steel ends, a scar from barbed wire. The tiniest green speckles are new life, laying low between the signal reds. My history boots.
The rain had passed. Worms fought upward to the surface of soil turned many Sundays ago. The man would never come again. Yet, every morning, the robin appeared, stopping on his spade handle at favourite perch. Their conversation left unfinished.
Georgie wilted on broken shards, his marriage glassing, his fingertips found livid abrasions as the earthquake vanquished him, uxorial intent fulfilled. The most likely to succeed trophy engraved with his name assaulted his brow, ensuring a life extinct by twists.
The Passage of Time by Joyce James. She saw them, was shocked they looked so old. They spent exhausting years hoping to find her, disappointment and despair when they didn't. Head down, she held out the paper cup. They passed, never realising how close they had been.
Marriage is a promise made to God. A priest can forgive repented murder. My Catholic colleague lifted his lips from mine. But not adultery. A contract with the Lord trumps everything. I envied him his God, who had taken from his shoulders the luxurious burden of choice.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the winners of the Bangor Literary Journal 40 Words competition for 2020. In the poetry section, commended, we have Elizabeth Gibson with her piece Stars. Highly commended, we've Gavin Duffy with Guardians. Also highly commended, we have Michael Farry with Sing Queen. The runner-up in this year's competition is Geraldine O'Kane with Bandage. And the winner of the poetry competition is Glenn Hubbard with Thurledge. Now the 40 Words fiction winners are commended Leslie Walsh with Georgie. Highly commended Kieran McGurk with History Boots. Also highly commended Stephen Smythe with Sharing the Load. And the runner-up is Christina Eagles with Marriage is a Promise Made to God. The winner of the 40 Words fiction category is Delilah Doe with her piece Dreamcatcher. A huge congratulations to everybody that was on the shortlist and to the winners, Glenn Hubbard and Delilah Doe. You can read all of the pieces in issue 12 of the Bangor Literary Journal. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. I'm delighted to be here and to be able to read this little poem to you. The poem is about a system which used to exist in Scotland in the countryside. A tenant of a laird, when he needed his barley to be milled, had to take that barley to a specified mill, which, surprise, surprise, belonged to the laird, who doubtless charged his fee for the milling process. Punishments for not following the rules and doing your own milling were, as we shall see, extreme. Thurledge. The quern stones stood behind the house, the weans in line there on fine days, taking turns to mill the bare barley for bannocks, until the laird and his men came to break them, we being in defiance of Thurledge. Thank you.
This is a 40-word story called Dreamcatcher. My little boy is quiet, stirring his cereal. You okay, bud? Is the dreamcatcher getting those bad dreams? Sleep hasn't come easy since his mother died. I've checked it every morning, he sighs. It hasn't called Mummy even once.